At number 10 on my list of blindside flankers in the pre-World Cup player power rankings, Juan Martin Gonzalez. That says Jose, doesn't it? It should say Juan. Sorry, Juan. Juan Martin, I apologise. What a player this guy is for Argentina. 22 years of age. I didn't realise he was quite that young. Rangy runner. You feel like he's got a little bit of bulking out he'll do in the years ahead, but such an athlete. And he plays right across the back row for Argentina. I've slotted him in at 6 because that's where he plays for his club, pretty much. Could have been a 7, could have been an 8. In fact, I think they might play him 8 this weekend against England. We'll see. But he's in at blindside flanker for now. And he's a very, very good player. I'm Tim, this is Egg Chasers. And yeah, these player power rankings, there's a playlist of them. And they're all in the feed. So go and have a look at every position. Tell me what you think in the comments. I know you will. And I'm looking forward to it. And hit subscribe and like on the video. So after Juan Martin, not Jose Martin, Gonzalez, number 9, Anthony JELONCH, who, if he was fit the last year or the last 6 or 7 months, he would definitely be further up the list. He's just not really played. It's pretty remarkable. A bit like Sia Khaleesi, it's quite remarkable that he is available and fit for the French squad at all, because it was a cruciate ligament damage in his knee, and you just thought, that's it, his World Cup is done. Remarkable that he's back. Another player that can play all across the back row. Seems to be the way with modern back rows, just multi-skilled, and he is a class act. So I expect him to be back up higher than number 9, which he is currently. Shannon Frizzell at number 8. He's around about 30 caps for New Zealand now, and he's almost 30 years of age as well. Never seems to have pinned down a shirt for himself. It feels like he had a breakthrough moment in that Rugby Championship game against South Africa, and he was man of the match. And he looked like, he played like Jerome Kino used to play, just wrecking ball of a ball carrier, smashing everything that moved, getting the ball in those wide channels, and he looked absolutely brilliant. And you kind of felt at that moment, okay, is this a changing of the guard? And actually, the decision New Zealand have got is, do they go Sam Whitelock in the second row with Scott Barrett on the flank, or do they start Scott Barrett at second row and have Shannon Frizzell? And it feels like maybe even when everybody's fit and available, it may well be Frizzell that gets the nod. We will see. Great year or so he's had. He's my number 8. Number 7, Courtney Lawes. His team have not had such a good year, and Courtney Lawes has not quite been at the level that he was before. He was my number 2 the last time I did this list, but he's down in number 7. But 100 caps now for England, and he will be the captain for the first couple of games at least in the World Cup. And if anyone can turn around England's forms, it will be Courtney Lawes, who will lead by example. Expect to see him boshing everything that moves and putting in some of those trademark bone-crunching hits. Courtney Lawes is number 7 in my list. Number 6, Seb Negri, who's just got a brilliant story. Born and raised in Zimbabwe. His family had to escape his farm. He remembers hearing gunshots as a kid. They managed to escape. He's got some ancestry in Italy. That's where he ended up. And for Italy, he has been absolutely brilliant. Just a traditional, like, he wears a forearm guard. He's like that old school blindside flanker, and he does a brilliant job for them. Smashes everything that moves, carries hard in heavy traffic, does so much dog work for them, and enables other players, some of the real ballers in that Italian team, to do what they do. A massively important player, and he's had a brilliant year also. Big part of why Italy are on the rise in world rugby, and he won't go down against France or New Zealand without a fight. Maybe literally in some cases. He's my number 6. Number 5, Francois Crowe, who, the biggest compliment you can pay this guy is that France haven't really missed Anthony JELONCH. He has been amazing. A breakdown menace, a support running fiend, just a class act. And another player that could be classed as an open side, to be honest. And he has filled in at number 8 as well. Just an awesome, awesome year for Francois Crowe, who has been brilliant. And when Anthony JELONCH is back and fit, it's going to be a bit of a shootout. Who gets the jersey? We will see. Number 4, Jamie Ritchie. And who, I tell you what, when you look at Jamie Ritchie, you think he's not big enough to be a modern day international blindside flanker. He's probably giving away a couple of stone to most of the guys he plays against. He's tough as old boots, this guy. He's like a bit of iron. He's a great leader as well. And he's been brilliant for Scotland. He's been a talisman for them as they've got themselves to number 5 in the world, and they could cause an upset against South Africa or Ireland. And Jamie Ritchie will have a huge role to play there. He has been ace, so I'm very happy with him at number 4. Tell me what you think if you disagree. Number 3, Peter Armani, another war horse for his country. And this he's got an iron will as much as anything. Don't get me wrong. He's got a great rugby brain. He's got skills. He showed in one of the warm-up games in the World Cup. He's still got a good outside break as well. He's still got some wheels, even at the age of 33. But as much as anything, as the face there kind of tells you, Peter Armani's will to win, never say die attitude is so important for the mentality of Ireland as they look to go to somewhere they've never been before, beyond a World Cup quarter-final. Firstly, they've got to get out of the pool, and guys like Peter Armani are going to be massive for that. He will set the standard in training every single day, demand the same from everyone that he plays with, and that's why the standards keep going up with Ireland. He's massively important. Love the guy. He's my number 3. At number 2, Pablo Matera, who the last time I did this was down as a number 8 because that's where Argentina were playing him. I'm really glad that Michael Cheika seems to be playing him in the number 6 jersey, because I think that is where you get the best out of Pablo Matera. He is that classic blindside flanker. Big, abrasive, defensive unit who will ball carry for days and just work and work and work. Hit rucks, hit people. And that's the job he does. Destructive. He's so good. And that's why he's at number 2. With number 1 being PSDT, who gives a lot of people he plays against PTSD. PIETER-STEPH du Toit. He was the world's best player, 4 years ago when South Africa won the World Cup. He's up there still, and he's the best player in his position. Just a weapon. He's massive. He's nasty in the best possible way. Like, lovely guy, but on the rugby field, he is nasty. And that's what you want from a blindside. And he's got soft skills as well. Don't be fooled. PIETER-STEPH du Toit can give lovely offloads, deft passes, runs intelligent lines. He is outstanding, and he is number 1. And I think you'd probably find it hard to disagree, wouldn't you? Let me know if you do disagree. See you in the comments.